Hey guys, welcome to my first course vlog. Today I am playing at Spyglass Hill in Monterey, California. This is my first video, so sorry for all the bad camera angles. I'll do my best in upcoming videos. This first tee shot, playing from the tips, 595, straight downhill, dogleg left. Hit this pretty well, just slightly up the right. You can see my ball there just sitting in the rough. Now here, I still have about 280 in. Now I'm looking right back into the wind. I'm just trying to hack a 6-iron out of this rough. Came out pretty well, got to chase down the fairway. But once again, looking right back into the wind. You can see, walking up to my ball, that's the view of the green from approximately 150 yards out. And here I have about 110 yards in. Pin was up, but we're looking right into a 20-mile-an-hour wind, or 2-club wind. So I'm trying to flight down a 50-degree wedge and just trying to keep it out of the wind. You can see my shirt blowing there, just tons of wind right now. I hit this pretty well, just kind of took a little too much off of it. Yeah, you can see my reaction. That ball came up just a touch short. And this is one of the bad camera angles I was talking about. I had to reformat this video, and this was one of the side effects of it. So my ball's just sitting down short in the rough. Hit a pretty good chip. Did not read this correctly. It rolled to about 6 feet. That's one of the guys we were playing with right there. I got about a 6-footer here. This putt looked like it was going to stay pretty straight. And yeah. Here we go, see if I make the putt. That was a good putt. That was a good feeling to make a 6-for on the first hole, save par. Second hole is a 349 par 4. We were playing from the back left tee box. Went straight out the right, and yeah, I did not hit this very well. Ball shot off right. Luckily the wind was blowing back to the left, so that ball did come back in the fairway. Yeah, I did not hit this very well, slightly off the toe. And here we are. I have about 140 yards into a back pin. This is a 9-iron. I'm just trying to flight the ball down to the center of the green and get out of here with 2 putts. And look, I thought I caught this pretty well, and once again, I just took a little too much off of it. Green's elevated, and yeah, you can see my ball kept just short. I have about a 30-yard chip here, and this caught it pretty well, just got a little too high. Did chase out, but the wind killed it just a touch. Yeah, you can see the view from the second green. Really nice view, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. You can see a couple of the holes that we haven't played yet. Over there is Cyprus. Now I have about I think it's a 10-foot putt. And I thought this ball would stay pretty straight after seeing the guys I was playing with hit this very similar putt. Looked like it stayed pretty straight. And just pulled it a touch. So tapping for a bogey. Now 1 over. Third hole, this is the view from the middle tee box. Actually, tees are up, and normally it's on top of that little bluff. But yeah, they had the tees up. This is about 150-yard par 3, straight downhill into the wind. And once again, sorry about another bad camera angle. Yeah, once again, we're looking right into probably a 2-club wind, but it plays downhill. So I was gonna try to play at the number and just let the wind and downhill cancel out. So this is a knockdown 8-iron. Knocked it down. Thought I hit it perfectly. Just climbed in the wind. See, I'm walking up, try to see how that ball ends up, and yeah, I can't just shorten this bunker. And now this is a very narrow green with the pin being on the back right. So I'm just trying to barely carry this onto the green and let it chase out. And yeah, probably should have cut this out of the video, me waiting, but here we go. Yeah, this is about a 15-yard bunker shot, and I'm just trying to carry it onto the green. And took too much sand and left it short. And that was not the place I wanted to miss. So about this camera angle, wasn't able to put the camera behind the ball, so this is the best I was able to do. A pretty good chip here. Rolled out just a touch further than I wanted. I have about a 4-footer now for bogey on the 3rd hole, and this is not the putt you want. You don't want a 4-footer for bogey on the 3rd hole. Yeah. Just got that to drop on the left side. Thought it would break a little more right, but it didn't. Still winning though. 4th hole, 370 from the back tees, but I was trying to cut a lot off of this. I'm trying to hit driver just up the left-hand side. A good drive possibly gets me to the green. Yeah, I left the ball outright. Wind did not help it. Yeah, so as we go up, see, yes, there are deer on this course. I was surprised to see a deer this close to the water, but they're just unbothered out there. And second shot now, having about 95 in, and this is probably the narrowest green I've ever played. It's about probably 20 feet wide at its widest, and I pulled this shot hard left. It's a really bad swing. And yeah, you can see how narrow the screen is, and I did not leave myself in a good spot. Now, I thought I hit a pretty good chip here, and it just grabbed and died. Our caddy for the group was saying that was a much better shot than it turned out to be, but left myself with a very difficult par putt here, about 30 feet straight down the hill. Yeah, and this is not the putt you want. Again, for par on the 4th hole, about 30 feet, like I said, down the hill. And I just barely hit this, and this ball nearly went in. Proceeded to roll out about a good 7 or 8 feet. And once again, sorry about the bad camera angle. Yeah, in formatting this, I had to make a couple adjustments, and unfortunately this is what I ended up being left with. So I have about a 8-footer here back up the slope, and I saw the line going past the hole, so should have a pretty comfortable read here, and yeah, just in the left edge. So it felt good to make that putt, but did not feel good that it was for bogey. 5th hole here, 197 normally for a par 3. I was playing up. It was about I think it was 179. But we're looking, once again, cross breeze, and tried to launch a 6-iron up into the air because there was still a little wind in our face. Unfortunately, wind took it a little bit further right than I wanted it to. Yeah, you can see I'm not quite happy with that shot. Hit a good distance though, and I have about a 20-yard chip right here. So just looking to put this close. I'm chipping it into the wind, and I didn't have much room to land it, so I'm trying to hit a flop shot here and just cut a little too much ball. Not the greatest chip, but gave me an opportunity at par. And I have about 18-footer here for par. And once again, I am not giving myself very many opportunities on this course. Really just putting the ball in bad places off the tee and having to make long putts. I thought this ball really should break a bit to the right towards the ocean. Yeah, just a complete brain fight here. Read it perfectly, just hit it way too hard. So I'll go ahead and tap that in for bogey. So just not a good bogey there. Par 3, that's not playing super difficult. 6th hole is an uphill par 4 slight dogleg right. 446 from the back tees. And this playing just slightly up, so probably 425. And I hit this well, but just outright, and you can see I'm not happy with that tee shot. Really just not liking my swing right now. I got very lucky finding this ball. Just dropped down in the trees. I have about 1 150, no, 140, sorry. 140 into this pin, and I'm just trying to hit a 7-iron just to keep it below this tree. And I hit that just how I want to, but it came out just long and left. And if you guys could see this lie here, it was not a good lie. Sitting on dirt, and I'm trying to find a place to take a practice swing. And short-sighted, just not give myself very many opportunities. Try to chunk and run this, and it just it just hits in that rough and grabs. And I have about a 10-yard chip here for par. Just once again, can't be missing the greens in these spots. Hit a pretty good chip here. Well, maybe not. Rode out to probably 3 feet. So not terrible, but not the greatest. And it will tap that in for another bogey. So just not playing well. 7th hole, 545 par 5. Pretty straight hole. There's 2 bunkers out there on the left. You guys can't see. Not much wind at this point because we're back in the forest. But really just trying to straighten out my drive here. And I hit that one well. It was probably the best drive I'd hit all day. And really put myself in a good position here. See, I'm kind of looking to see where it ends up. Now I have about 215 into this flag. Pin was just slightly up. So I'm taking a 5-iron at this and really trying to keep it hitting slightly right of the hole. There is a lake short left of this green, so I'm really just trying to keep it just right of this hole. And after a great drive, just probably the worst shot I've hit all day. Massive chunk, barely stopped short of that water. Got very lucky here. Now I have about 85 yards in, and I'm trying to hit a 54 degree and just flight this in low and have it spin close. Caught it pretty well. It's a tiny bit low. Actually landed just short of the green and bounced up on. So, good enough shot to get me a chance at birdie. Now I have about a 14-foot putt for birdie here. And if these numbers sound weird, they probably are. I'm doing this off memory. I actually filmed this a couple weeks ago. So I have about a 14-foot putt for birdie. This putt should break pretty much left to right. And was able to bury it right in the center. So a good birdie there after a terrible second shot. 8th hole, uphill par 4, 399 for the tips. The hardest hole on the course. Not much danger out there, just plays into the wind and uphill. Difficult hole. Trying to keep this ball up the left-hand side of the fairway. And just slightly right again. See, I'm just frustrated with my driver today. I actually got very lucky here. This ball, I thought this ball was going further right than it did. I was actually able to end up on the right side of the fairway. I have about a 150 shot into this back right flag just over that bunker on the right. This is the 9-iron. I'm just trying to take a tiny bit off of this. Hit it well, and I thought this was good. Just low left of the flag. Saw it bounce up by the pin. And you'll see, I got very unlucky with this putt, or this shot. Rolled halfway up that hill and rolled all the way back down to the front. I actually debated on chipping this. I'm putting it up through the fringe, and that fringe just grabbed it, and I ended up pretty short. I actually went back and chipped this, and I put it to like 3 feet, so probably was a smarter play. Now here I have about a 15-foot putt for par. After a birdie, this is not what you want to see. So I'm really hoping I make this to kind of keep the momentum going. And just broke a tiny bit to the right. That was looking good the entire way. So another bogey. Now heading on to the 9th hole. 431 par 4. Slightly easier hole. Still the 5th handicap. I'm really just... I know I need to hit the fairway here. Pin's back left. I hit this one well, started up the right, covered the right fairway bunker, and drew back to the center. So I was really happy with that tee shot. second shot here, I have about 150 in, so I'm hitting a 9-iron again, and after seeing the ball on the last hole end up slightly short, I just was thinking I was going to take just a tiny bit off. I ended up taking a full swing, sliding it just right at the flag and drawing it back in. And I hit it well, and it started on line, looked good the entire way. You can see I'm watching it, trying to make sure it ends up where I want it. And this ball ends up just about a foot off the front of the green. How about a 15-foot putt here for birdie? And this putt should move a tiny bit to my right, I thought. And it went left, so just a misread there. Able to tap in for par though, so thank you guys for watching part 1 of this video, and come back for part 2.